Hey, people, needed to come on and air out some of my thoughts. I'm a little tired of people assuming that people don't care about other people because they want the country to open back up. They want businesses to come back up, to reopen, and people just want to get back to work. And every day they watch their retirement, their 401ks go to the shitter. They just drop and drop and drop. And you know if you got the baby boomers who are coming of age, who are going through the process right now, and if everything you worked for, if everything you strived for is gone because people are afraid of getting sick, then obviously the the fear of not being able to put food on your table outweighs your fear of getting sick, because at that point, if you can't afford to feed yourself, you know the and I'm just using that as the main example. But let's talk about, maybe they don't own their home, maybe they're paying rent, maybe they it's whatever, it's the necessities of life. It's, you see, you go through life and you plan for this time where you can have a little bit of luxury before you die, and you think you have enough security blanket there, because enough in the security blanket there, because that's the way the system is set up, and the program goes. You invest in your 401k, because fuck, there's no more pensions or social security out the window, so you got to strive off your 401k. Now you got this pandemic going on, and everybody's afraid of getting sick, but yet what happens when you can't even afford to put the food on the table? And then that's means for me, that person to be like, oh, they don't care about my health, they don't care if I get sick, they would rather go hang out at the bar. It's like, dude, it goes way deeper than that. Stop with the mainstream media fucking brainwash bullshit, and open up your eyes to exactly what's going on, okay? Because it's way beyond a bad flu season. Number one. Number two, people want to be able to eat comfortably and live comfortably after busting their asses all their lives, and working the system, and it's just kind of sad what people are going through right now. The fear on that aspect. You get sick, and you die. Hey, at least it's all over with. You don't have to worry about any of it at the end of the day. I mean, that's where your thoughts start going after a while. I'm not saying that that's right, or saying that that's what I believe is the right way to think or anything like that. But it's perspective. It's perspective for the person that wants the economy to open up and things to get a little bit back to normal. It's not all about going out and partying and drinking and hanging out with friends and all that. I mean, obviously, those are the luxuries of life, sure, yeah. But when you watch the Fed sit there and buy all the commodities, they're buying every corporation. They're bailing, they're bailing out the airports again. I mean, the banks, we won't even get into that. Fuck, man, they've been doing that since September. Every day, billions of dollars. But you if we were supposedly in the greatest economy of all time, how come with 3 days into this pandemic, everybody starts talking about how all of these corporations are going to need bailouts? It's like, come on, sharpen up, shape up, and let's really put our freaking heads together, and stop with this whole, oh, you better be wearing masks. Fuck you and your masks. It comes out every other day that the mask works, the mask doesn't work, the mask works, the mask doesn't work. If you're sick, wear a mask. Oh, you shouldn't wear a mask because this. If you wear a mask, it's that. It's like, for fuck's sake, give the and then half the people don't even have their nose covered, right? Then the virus can supposedly, the germs can get into your eyes and into your ears. I don't see one person wearing goggles or earplugs. So come on, let's be real. This is getting to be a little ridiculous, And don't sit there and think that people that want the economy to reopen is because, they're selfish. Yeah, if being selfish is being able to put food on the table for your family, then fuck, I'm selfish. Sure, I'll wear that badge of honor loud and proud, my friend. But it's crazy times. It's definitely crazy times out there right now. And honestly, it's, we all have to try to keep our heads up and keep keep each other together. They're trying to separate us, and it works. It works for some. It's about a. I see it as a 50-50. I think the people that believe it's all bullshit are afraid to speak up, because the people that are so scared and psychologically broken, the person that thinks it's all bullshit and is afraid to speak up doesn't want the other person to come out and, bash them and call them names. And, it's like you can't even have a rational conversation with those types of people. They're so brainwashed and so sheep. They're such sheep that it's like, fuck, man. Walk down the street and somebody crosses the street. Walking down the street, somebody's wearing a mask. You don't need a fucking mask in your own car, or walking down the street. That's just, I mean, hey, if that's your thing and that's what you want to do, go for it. But don't try to influence those views on me just because you're paranoid. I'm paranoid that, if the economy's closed. I'm paranoid that, not really, but it's just like, let's like really use our heads and see the bigger picture, people, cuz it's something's big. I mean, it's already happening, but the outcome of it is going to shock the shit out of you if you're not prepared. If you're not prepared, what's to come? I mean, how can you have 30 million? You got 30 million unemployment claims in the past month, 3 weeks, really. And the stock market is still, having some decent highs. It's like that doesn't even make sense. That's mathematically inaccurate. Numbers don't lie. Numbers never lie. And right now, all this money that the Fed is pumping in, pumping in, pumping in, it's not for our favor by any means. Not by our favor at all. Unless you get out right now. If you get out right now, hey man, shit, you're doing all right. But if you're in the hopes of like, oh, you got the outlook is like all fucking rainbows and sunshine coming out of your ass, that's exactly what it is. It's ass. It's fucking smelly shit that is not gonna fucking be pretty when it's all said and done. I can promise you that. So it's time to smarten up, wisen up, and stop trying to push those views of, it's bad to open up the economy. No, it's not. It's not bad to open up the economy. Because right now, they're picking and choosing who survives. And that's more detrimental than any virus will ever be. You kidding me? Oh, man. Once they own the bonds, the stocks, the treasuries, they already own the repo market. Like, that's a given. But it's just like, wisen up, man. They're picking and choosing who comes out on top. And there's some programs out there. There's a lot of education out there to make sure you're one of those people. But you know, it's not all about the handouts right now. Handouts are great if you're using them wisely. So, again, keep your heads up. We'll chat again soon. And till next time.